Alrighty, hello, and welcome back to Crafty Corner. I'm Bima, better known as Els, and this is Dark Macabre New Orleans album journal. Take 2 for today, because 1 did not work. So we're gonna wait and see, if anybody shows back up. But hello again. Yeah, this is going to need a tab. We use that one. We can't put a tab on this because this is a folded over page. So we're going to put a tab on here. Right there, I think. Yeah. So let's put some ink on this puppy. Sorry about that. It's raining here, and all of our cable lines are underground. And when it rains, sometimes the connection can become unstable because water gets in the lines. So, my apologies. Hey, Steffi G. All right, so now we have a tab on that, which makes it easier to move that page. Don't know what we're doing with this one. There's some writing space for that. Again, this can't have a tab on it because, but this can. So we'll do one of these little whale tail ones. I love them. They're so cute. We'll just do a little ink on there. And we'll put this on right over here. I think I'm going to put this one towards the bottom. We'll see what's on the other side. Yeah, towards the bottom because we have some stuff at the top. At the bottom. Put it at the bottom. Bottom. Okie dokie. And then when the signature is in here, that'll be out of the way too. So don't worry about that. All right, so we have a 2 3/4 inch spine. We need to make a thing. So let me grab a piece of paper. I think I'm gonna look over here in the scraps. I need a scrap. Okay. All right, so I need a strip that is 2 3/4 inches. So let's get this out of the way. Get up there. Okay. Strip 2 3/4 inches. By 9 1/4. Okay. I think. All right, that is our piece. So we need to make our template. I should have done this before I did the book, but I didn't. All right, so we have one down center. Let me get out my scoreboard. All right. 2 3/4. Let's figure this out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should be about center. So we have 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is center. Okay, that's center. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then these are on the outside. So let's do. This is the easy way. So that is center. Down there. Should be good. And that puts us at 1, 2, 1, 2. There. And there. So that should be our 3 spots. I don't do this usually after the fact. All right, and then we'll fold that in half. Do, 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 do. And then we're going to take about 1 inch or so at the top. 1 and a smidge. And then we fold that to the center. That to the center. All right. So that should give us our points. Let's get this. I got to get all this out of the way. All right. So yes, there is a new journal pull up, and one is going to be floofy. You made me do a floofy journal. The other one is going to be a 4-book fairy tale series, slightly dark. And the third one, I think, is steampunk. All right, I'm going to nip this part off because it's slightly longer than the book. There we go. Oh, muy better. Okay. So now pencil. A, B, C. This is top. All right. So we're going to poke a-holes first. Poke the a-holes first. That's not sound right, does it? I'm just going to, yep, that's going to work. All right, foamy. All right. 1. Oh, God. 2. Please tell me I'm not going through the signature. 3. 4. 5. Okay. Ooh, I'm hoping. Oh, no, we're good. Okay. So now we're going to move this. And we're going to do B. Okay. A. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Okay. And then we're going to move these out of the way. And we're going to do this side now. Make sure that I'm in the right spot here. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Okay. We went through a lot of 110-pound paper here, so kind of difficult. You went back to sleep. Oh, no. I hate that. I hate breaking needles. I hate it. Okay. So let's get this out of the way. We'll bring in our signatures because it's time to poke some holes. So let's find A. All right. So this is A. And we're just going to open it and make sure that everything is where we want it. Because we don't want anything catching, you know. See, like this, that's going to catch. So we need to move it down. I think that one's okay. Nothing there that can catch. All right, so I think we're good. I don't normally do it, but I'm going to do it. Just because somebody yelled at me and said, you know, when you're doing it, you should probably do it right if you're going to do it on camera so that people see it and know that they're doing it right. All right, so I'm going to put this in here, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to mark this with a pencil. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's telling me where this should be when I put it in the other signatures in order to make them all straight and even, top and bottom. All right, here we go. Ready? Pokey. It's time to pokey. All right. First hole, pokey. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if I did that right, yep, they all come through the fold. I should probably get out some stuff. Hi, Michelle. Ooh, stuck in the wall. Damn. That sucker flew. It flew. All right, we're going to use black, obviously. Okay, I don't need to use the great big huge poke myself with it needle, because y'all have seen me do this 1,000 times. You do not need to watch me poke myself, right? Right. Okay. So we're going to use a slightly smaller poke myself needle. A puncture appointment? Now, would that be a trip to the vampire or acupuncture? Obviously, it did not. Oh. All right, let's bring this puppy in. Get this puppy up. We're going to start in the center like we always do. Go down through the center hole. All right. There. Now, just gonna put a clip on that to hold it. The second you can. And no worky? Right, no worky today? I feel you. Well, I have survived night 2 alone in the house by myself. I have to tell you guys, I'm big chicken shit. I am. I'm afraid of the dark. I know it's an unreasonable fear, but I'm also night blind. That's, I think, why I'm afraid of the dark, because I can't see in the dark. It's also why when I travel, I tend to pull over and get a hotel for the night before it gets dark out, which is kind of inconvenient when you consider the fact that I travel mostly in the spring and summer, when the days are longer, because it tends to mean that sometimes I pull over a little early. Because I start to get nervous. Being night blind is no fun. All right, now I'm going to take that off so I can go back down through here on the other side. Hopefully we'll find the hole. It's always important to find the hole. I don't want to accidentally move that out of there. This is always like my least favorite part of making a journal. Stitching this crap in. Why? Because it never wants to go the way it's supposed to. You would think it would be so easy, you know? Not so much. There we go. There we go. All right, now we're going to come back up. This one. Into that one. More of a scaredy cat. I mean, I'm not like, and that's the weird thing, because I'm not. I am extremely brash, very outspoken. And I understand from some people that my presence can be very intimidating. Like, it's not anything that I say or do specifically. It's just the way that I carry myself. I have been told by many people that I'm a bit intimidating. So, did we put this in the right direction? I hope we did. Yes, okay. I'm always so worried that I'm going to sew it in upside down. But, I mean, like, here, I don't come across that way. But a lot of people say that in person, I am extremely intimidating. That I am a presence. And I get that. So I'm not like, but there's just some things that I'm just, and I think it's because, and I know why I'm getting night blind. I'm getting night blind because I have cataracts. I'm starting to get cataracts in my eyes. And part of that is, losing your ability to see. And part of that is losing your ability to see at night. I lost that damn paper clip. What did I do with it? It fell on the floor. And now it's gone forever. And ever and ever. Okay. Oh, I got it. Okay. B. So it's not like I'm not like afraid per se. I think I'm more afraid that I would have to take action. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, I didn't care. You did something stupid, I was going to be up in your face about it. He's napping. But like as I've gotten older, being that I have the cataracts started, and it hasn't really affected my vision yet. But I have always had an issue with seeing at night, and I know that has gotten worse. And when I talked to the eye doctor, he said, "Yeah, that's the cataracts." Well, she said that's the cataracts. That's the top. So eventually, I'll have to get those taken care of. And I am obviously not looking forward to it. But if I want to continue to be able to drive, I need to get them taken care of. So it's not bad enough yet for them to do the surgery. As a matter of fact, the insurance won't even approve it at this point because it's technically doesn't really affect my vision at this point. But I will have to eventually get it done. Or I'll have to stop driving. That's never going to happen. So and they say that the cataracts are actually from my migraines, from the pressure. So, like, we knew this was going to be something that eventually was going to become a problem because, we knew that I had the migraine issue. So my ophthalmologist keeps a pretty good eye on my eyes. Ha, 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 ha. And he's told me, that the cataract has started. It's very small right now, but eventually I'm going to need surgery. And I'm okay with that. The place that's going to do the surgery, we already know, is a specialist in Los Angeles. So I'm going to go to LA for a week. As I have to be there long enough to have the surgery and then have the follow-up appointment. And then my ophthalmologist here will handle the rest. but I'll be going to LA for the surgery eventually. Just not now. But I don't know. It's like since I've gotten older, I'm not going to say I'm a scaredy cat because I'm not. I'm still, still a ballsy old bitch. And sorry about that. But, there's no other way to describe it. And I'll still get up in your face. Like, don't mess with my kids. Don't mess with my grandkids. Don't mess with my stuff. Don't mess with my friends. Both eyes. But, I grew up in I grew up in North Hollywood, Los Angeles, New York City, and a place called Patterson, in the UK, not in the US. And then also in County Kent, County Kelly over in, and I spent a lot of time in County Kent, over in Ireland. So not the worst places, but not fantastic. And so I have been told by quite a few people that I can be scary. I can be scary. Michelle, did you watch that video I sent you? Did you laugh your ass off? I am cruel. All right. Last signature. Let's put this over here. So we got to do the whole pokey thingy on this one. Where did we put the thing? There we go. Those aren't exactly straight. Nothing I can do about it now, though, because we've already poked the holes. All right, so I'm going to check to see that this is lined up the way I want it to be and that it's not going to catch on anything. That's good. Okay. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. All right, now we're going to get this in here. Lined up. We're going to get some clips on here. There. And over here. And then line that up again because we just smudged it. Okay, there we go. And we're going to poke some holes. Hold on. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Very good. Persistent sounds better. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, and this one goes in the very, very back. needle here. And we're going to go down through the center. So, I mean, I'm not like, I'm not a big scaredy cat, and I'm an excellent marksman. I have multiple firearms in the house. I would probably unalive somebody who walked into my house and not think twice about it. Yes, I have to say the unalive thing because, it's YouTube. They get really cranky. If you use the other word, the D word, or the K word, or anything that isn't the unalived version. Okay. I knew I put that in there. Yeah. I think this is off. I'll find out. Once I tighten this down, I'm going to find out if it's off. I think it is. It's a little bit off. That's okay. We'll work around it. That out of the way. Turn this. So I'm through paper. I just have to get through. The hole. Go through the hole. Through the hole. Down the hole. Okay. There. Come up here. Through there. Hold on. Just stitched right through it. Hold on. There we go. Grab my needle. Try that again. Let's see. Okay, so what I use is waxed linen thread. Linen for the tensile strength. And then the wax for a couple of reasons. One, because when you are tying your knot, the friction causes the wax to coat the knot and helps to hold the knot in place. And two, it does help it to glide through the paper and everything. So it does serve a couple of purposes. And I mean, it is what I recommend. But if you don't have this kind of thread, then, there are a couple of alternatives. One, you could use baker's twine. You could use any kind of twine. If you have some beeswax, you can run it through. So you could use whatever you want. Silk has a good tensile strength. So if you have silk embroidery floss, that would work. And by tensile strength, I mean like what it's going to hold. Because I'm like really pulling this stuff and it doesn't fall apart. And that's kind of what you want. So this part right here, when I'm tying the knot, the friction of the two pieces rubbing together actually helps to kind of melt that beeswax a little bit. And so as it cools, it kind of locks it in. But I mean, I've seen people stitch these things together with yarn. I don't know how well that would work or how long it would last, but I'm sure it can be done because I've seen it done. And then, of course, in all to poke my holes, because that protects my hand, because it has that wooden tip on it. This wooden handle. This was dark. I actually do have decent handwriting when I want to, but most of the time it's just a disaster. So we're going to put this in here. Your space bar isn't working? Oh, God, you're going to need a new keyboard. I have to send you a new keyboard. That does not belong up there, but it fits, so that's where it's going to be for now. Then later on, I'm going to go, where the hell did that go? And I'm not going to be able to find it. And it's going to be up there. All right, so we're going to go through, and we're going to put some tabs in here. Just kind of, wherever. Of course, I didn't close my glue again, so it's probably got a dry clump in the end. All right, let's see. I may have to poke it. Poke it. Well, before I even do that, I should probably ink. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, if you just pull it through beeswax, and you can get beeswax really in any sewing department. There's always a thing of beeswax somewhere. All right, we're going to do this one right about here. This one. Skip page. Do one over here. Do this one a little further down. Why do I make more work for myself? If I didn't fold these tabs in half, I could just get off real quick. But no, I have to do it that way so that I have to mess around and turn things and flip things. Yippity yackety. Diddly 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 diddly. All right. One's there. So let's put this one about here. Move it, birdie. Put one here. Let's do this one. See, I was going to do it again. Just so much easier to do it this way. Bye, honey. Oh. There. Okay, so that's the first one. Need this little one here. Yeah, I'm going to put a Velcro on it. They call it chicken feed. Okay. Oh. Okay. Velcro. That's right. Velcro dots. Velcro dots. Velcro dots. Okay. So let's get one of these. One of these. Let's put them together. And take the backing off of one. Where do we want to put this? I think we'll do it like right here. There. Put this down. All right, we're going to glue this down a little better. There. Okay. Cover that. Hold on. I had breakfast. Why am I shaking? Sugar might be too high. Oh. No, it's not bad for somebody who just ate. Yep. Chocolate covered cherries. Oh my God, last year I stopped buying the chocolate covered cherries because I usually get them for my boys. Everybody gets a box of them. I stopped buying them last year because the year before my son, he was an ass. He threw a big hissy fit about it. And so I stopped buying them. Not doing it. I got yelled at for it. I ain't buying them no more. And my son-in-law was like, I didn't get my stuff. I was like, oh my God, you whiny bitches. 6 of one, half dozen of the other, but either way, I'm in trouble. Ugh. There we go. put this at the top. Glue. Must have glue. Gluey, gluey, glue. Squeeze the bottle. Let the gluey flow. Glue, 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 glue. Put your tab on there. Make sure it's under here. I got it on top of something, but I can live with that. 2. This one. We're going to put it right here. Okay. Gluey, gluey, glue. Don't squeeze the bottle. Gluey, gluey, glue. Yeah, I'm never letting Hubbard do a video shopping for me again. Oh, bad dad jokes. He made me dizzy. I'm telling you guys. And I'm a little upset. Because all the people that I've seen hauling this stuff, they're getting like whole pads for like $1. The store hubby's in, if it says $12, 12 pieces on it, they're charging $12 for it. That's almost more than the full price for that item in a full price shop, you know? I'm not going to put another tab on here because there's that little bit of lace that's sticking out from that thing, and so I don't want to put another tab on there. So we're going to turn this because we have a tab here. Oh, look at that. Fabu. Nothing here. Turn this. We got this. Still have to work on that. Still have this one. All right, let's do this. So we'll do this one. And I want to do at least one paper clip tab in here too. That we haven't put in yet. Okay. All right. So this is the signature you guys haven't seen yet. So I'm gonna prep these tabs. We'll go in there and take a look. I could do it off camera. Okay, I wouldn't do that. We're like practically done with this thing. Needs a cover and a closure and a couple little bits here and there, but most part it's done. So let's see. We're gonna go here. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go here. Right here. And then this one. This one. Okay, let's see. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, but I got beautiful blue skies. I don't know what's going on out there. All right, so we're going to take a look at the finished piece once I get this last tab on here. And we're going to finish up, some of those things that we need to finish. So all the way to the front we go. So this is our big baby. She's a honker. Honk, honk. Put these Velcros away. I don't think we're going to use them, but, we'll keep them around just in case. All right. So now, I don't know what we're doing on the front yet. I have put some lace on the inside, and I'm thinking I might mirror that on the outside, just here. I might go this way with it. Or I might use something else entirely. I don't know. But I'm going to get that finished up. We'll probably do that the next time. So I'm going to grab my Arlene's box of stuff. Let me grab that. And let me get this out of the way here. All right. So we have some gray. I like this. Do some gray. And this little guy. We need something for this guy. I just made a bunch of black, so we do have a lot of black. And I don't mean I weaved it either. I mean that, I did the crinkle. Crinkle. Crinkly, crinkly, crinkly. There is a video on how to do that. It is fairly easy. It just takes time. All right, so we got that one. Let's do this here. Those look done. This looks good. Little tab there. That one's done. So we have these two. And there's the black. I was looking for the black. All right. Take the pin out of it, brain damaged. Okay. We're going to get a piece of this. And put it in here. Come on. There we go. All right, now we'll put that in there. That over. Leave this one over here. We don't want to do the same thing on both sides. So we'll grab a piece of this. Put that in there. probably being a little bit more generous with this than I normally, than I should be, because, but I have a lot of black right now. Next week I won't have any, but today I have some black. Get that out of my way. I'm going to do this little tag here. And I think I want to do it with a little bit of tulle. Now, this is something, people are always like, well, oh my God, I can't believe you use tulle for that. But I'm going to be honest. I like the way tulle looks at the top of a tag. Okay? So you just take your tulle, just like anything else, and put it through there. And bring it back and pop it up. I like the look of it. And a lot of people go, oh my God. But here's the thing. You can buy a whole spool of tulle for next to nothing. And look at how stinking cute that looks. Right? All right, so that one's done. This one needs something. We got that other piece of tulle right here. I could do that. I don't know. Maybe. It might be enough. May not be enough. Maybe too small. But it's a small tag. Loop. Oh, I think we're just going to make it. Okay, only one side really made it. That's okay. Just take that off. There we go. That. Good. Good. This one here. Do a little bit of this here. Hi, Roseanne. How are you? Well, usually I'm here Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday mornings. I started about 10:15 my time. So 11:15, 12:15, and 1:15 across the country. That Velcro has dried, guys. So we're moving on. Nothing here to do. This one. She's kind of fun. Say, let me see if we can use this. Make it a little fun. Say. Maybe not. We're going to try. I'm going to try and get through that little teeny tiny little hole. We might put it through there and decide we don't like it, but we're going to try it. Huh, it's okay. It's not great, but it's not horrible. Okay, here we go. This one. You stay over there. Go on. Nobody called you. Busy with the littles? Oh, I know. God. I'm so glad mine are getting older. Not that I don't miss them as babies, because I do, but they have more, they have opinions. You can have conversations with them, they have personalities, and they're kind of fun. And of course, my grandkids are at the age now where I can take them and go on trips with them and things, and I can mess with them, and I don't get in trouble. So this is a double pocket. We have this little guy here. And just going to put a little piece in him. And then we have this one. Nice, we have her. She's good, nice and dry. We did a little secret kind of, it looks like a journaling card, but there's like a little writing space and there's like a little notebook kind of thing. Tuck that in. Nice. This needs a top. And I think we're going to use another piece of this. We're going to use a smaller piece. And I think we're going to put a staple in this one. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of, there's times when I look at them and I miss that part. But I'm going to be honest with you. My grandkids are the firstborn, the one that made me a grandma. She's 17, almost 17 and a half. And I've got to say, she is definitely opinionated. She's definitely determined to be who she's going to be. And screw you if you don't like it. But she still carries around the kitten that she got when she was born. It's a stuffed pink kitty called Kitty. That's Kitty's name. Miss Kitty to you. And I remember like this whole Calvin and Hobbes thing was when she was little. She always had that cat with her. If you told her it was time to change diaper, change her pants, she would like whip that thing around, flip it underneath her, and be laying on top of it in a heartbeat. Like nunchuck Kitty. And I laugh because, she's 17 and a half years old. She still has that damn cat. She brings it with her. We went on our trip. Miss Kitty was with us. And as a matter of fact, Miss Kitty was seatbelted in the back seat so that she didn't fly around and get hurt. Yeah. Her brother, who's almost 16, still has his puppy, which was a pound puppy, by the way. And it was a girl puppy that had babies. And we could not find a boy puppy. So I took the girl puppy, we took the puppies out of it, and I stitched her stomach closed. I fixed her. Someone's using my Etsy store like a Pinterest. Can always tell. All right, get that. Velcro works for me. Nothing to do there. Nothing to do there. Still need to do that. One more here. And Buggy still has his blanket. He was the blanket baby. Like the other two stuffies. I bought him this stuffed animal when he was born that was like a dragon, and it flips over and it turns into the castle. I don't even think he knows where it is. Like, he is not a stuffy kind of kid. He's like a pillow and blanket kind of kid. And so he has this blanket that he's had since he was a baby. And this thing was white, as baby blankets are. It was white and it had this cute little, I don't know, like an elephant or something on the corner of it. And, it was like that fake lamb wool, and then it had like the satin lining, around it. Yeah. The satin line is falling off, has been for years. I've replaced it like 4 or 5 times. Oh, by the way, this is the one that I did off camera. We don't think that the applique is even close to being there anymore. It's kind of just a little bit of satin on there. It's gray and green, and no matter how many times we wash it, we can't get it clean. It's beyond. It's beyond repair at this point, but then it's beyond loved. And he's almost 14. Still loves that damn blanket. Still loves that damn blanket. There's one. Oh, I should probably put a thing in there. It's not a thing. All right. I don't know why I go through here and half these have them and half of them don't. I don't know. Where's my plaques? They're there. All right, this guy. All right, let's get this in here. There we go. All right, and there's a woman on, I don't remember the name of the channel, but she takes what's left of her blankie with her everywhere she goes, and it's just a little piece of it that's left. She takes it all over the place with her. It's been to London, it's been to Ireland, it's been to Scotland, it's been to Wales, it's been to Portugal. And she takes pictures of it. This is my blankie enjoying tea in Paris. It's just like, oh my God. She's like in her 30s. I'm like, oh, really? All right, let's see. I don't know if this will work. We're going to try it. Okay, there we go. Let's see if we can feed these through. No, it's not working. It's not horrible, but it's not great either. But it does add a little pop of color. That's got a paper top. Okay. I just went into gray. Nice big long gray one. All right, put that one in there. Get a nice tuck here and a nice tuck there. Here a tuck, there a tuck. There's some more lace there. Another tuck here. Again, that's that spider web like 2 or 3 times deep. And there and there. We got one little piece over here that needs to be done. And this one over here. And then I think other than the closure and the cover, I think we're pretty much done with this one. We have that one last place that we need to put something in. And like I said, I think I'm going to do a little file folder kind of brain damage. I think I'm going to do like a file folder notebook kind of thing to put in it. So that'll be quick and easy. This guy goes here. Go. That is way too long. That's better. Adam Orchid reading everywhere. It was in the picture. Aw, did he fade out? All right, so this is the one you guys haven't seen. So we've got a little tuck here. And then on the other side, we have this nice big pocket. And I just added some little pieces. We have a little piece of embellishment there. And then a little embellishment here and here. Mostly kept this one about writing. And then we have this piece of ephemera with some embellishment, some ephemera pieces inside. And I think we've talked about this. An embellishment is something that you glue and it's there. An ephemera piece is something you can remove. That is the difference, I think, in my personal opinion. So then we have this, which is actually, this is actually a pocket. So I turned the front of it into, it's not a pocket, it's an envelope. So I turned this part into a tuck, and then the other side of it actually flips. And you have a little journaling card in here. And then we've got a little piece here with a little card. This is a paper clip. There's a video coming out for that. This is the center. I love this center. I love it. I love it. I love it. Journaling card, tuck spot, writing space. That's the other side of that paper clip. Just love it. This is like the perfect color paper for this. It just blends so beautifully. And then more writing space back here. This is a die. And then look at this journal card. Isn't that cute? I know it's creepy. And we're like, isn't it cute? And I put a little bit of lace here. This is my homage to Rose. Just a little bit of lace. Use this as a little tuck. And then little card in there. This little guy here, again, I glued it down so that I could use it as a tuck spot for this, like a little pocket. And then we have this tuck. And again, I did this by taking this die cut and cutting it out of 110 pound cardstock and then 2 to 3 layers, gluing it together to make it stable enough to be able to, put something in and out of it. And then a little bit here, some little tucks here and here. This is a black coin envelope, and I just closed it, cut it in half, and I used it in a couple places. And then this little guy over here. and then a nice belly band with a big journaling card. So I still have a little bit of work to do in this. So when we probably Monday, we'll do a little bit just to finish it up, get the details on the front. Okay. So that means I'm going to give you guys through the weekend to decide what the next journal is going to be. There is a poll on the Facebook group, in the Facebook group, that has a few options. Go back up here to the top. Shush. Okay, let's see. So let me look here. Let me bring this up. So we are looking for the new journal poll. It's here. And you have a couple of choices. One, I can do this style in steampunk. So a album journal in steampunk. You get a 4-book set of fairy tales, slightly on the dark side. Not entirely, but slightly on the dark side. Like half Grimm, half Disney, that kind of thing. But it's 4 small journals in a box set. Or you could make me do like a floofy pink vintage style journal. Those are your 3 choices. They're over on the Facebook group. If you're not a member of the Facebook group or you don't have Facebook, that's okay. Go ahead and just email me what you would like, and I will add it in and vote proxy for you. Or you could send it to Arlene if you have Arlene's contact information, or anybody who's in the group that you have their contact information. You can go ahead and contact them, and they can put it in for you. I still have a couple of tabs here that I can use. Well, one anyway. We'll find a home for it. It'll fit in there someplace. So we still have just a little bit of work to do to finish this up. So we'll probably get it done sometime this week. And I don't know, I may come back on this afternoon to work on it. But she's chunky and she's kind of cute. So, So that is our pick a journal. I have no idea what I'm doing on the cover yet. But we're gonna work on that. Yeah, I don't know. So we're gonna figure it out. Okay. So this is a complete build from book up. We built the book first. Actually, I built it off camera, but it's a scratch build. And then we did our signatures. And then we did our, stuff. And then, like I said, I think we're going to put maybe a notebook in here. So I still have that to do here. And there was something else. There's another place that needed something. Plus the front cover needs to be done. And so, I need to figure out closure, what I'm going to use for a closure. So I may be back later today. But for right now, I think we're done with this. So don't forget to vote. I'm going to be sending out, if you are participating in Death at the Dive Bar, I'm going to be sending out the links for everything for that today. And we'll get together and start, doing that. That's going to be fun. I have been holding off doing it. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. Now I'm like, okay, it's time. We can do it. So if you don't know what that is, let me grab the link to that. I hate when it does that. Here we go. Copy. Paste. So this is the link for that. And what it is I have the Hunt Killer Mystery. And the one that I have right now is Death at the Dive Bar. And we'll play it together. I'm going to send everybody, links to all of the clues and everything. And we're going to work through it and investigate it and see if we can figure out the crime, who committed the crime, who done it. So if you want to do that, you need to go over to that link and let me know, because I'm only sending the information to the people that are, that have said they want to play. They're in that Facebook link. And then we have, let me see, we have the journal poll that's over in the Facebook group. Our 2 items for October. Oh, I didn't change this. I should do this right now. I didn't do it. Did I not? Okay, I did not. Let me fix it. Why didn't somebody tell me? For October, let me edit this. So our hashtag challenge of 25, projects of 25 challenge for October. Our 2 items are hot glue. I don't care what kind of hot glue it is. Hot glue and aluminum. So it could be aluminum foil, it could be aluminum paper, aluminum tape, whatever kind of aluminum you want. That is our 2 for this month. I think. Yes. Okay. What else? Brain's not working. Bye, guys. Yeah, hot glue and foil. That's our 2 things for this. I am probably not going to be here tomorrow, but I will be here tonight for the idea book. I don't know what we're doing, but we're going to do something. And then Sunday, we're going to have the game in the morning and the quarterly project in the afternoon. And for anybody doing the Beginner's Project album journal class, I'm going to be doing that on the 16th and the 17th. I'm going to be actually doing it live. So if you have questions as you're going through, or if you just want to cut and prep your pieces or whatever, and do it live with me, you can do it live with me. I'm going to do the build on Thursday and the decorating on Friday. So I think that's everything. I might go live from the Ren Fair. So if you want to see what I look like as a goofy pirate, that'll be it. All right. So I'll be back. Hold on. I'll be back later today to probably finish this up. Ozzy, enough. So if you're new here and you haven't done so already, go ahead and hit the button for me so I can insult you live with you in the room. I would hate to insult you and have you not be here. So hit the button and subscribe, ring the bell so that you're here. Come on, people. I fussy cut with big scissors. Yeah. What else? Also, if you want to digitally stalk me and you'd like to know what's going on in my world, maybe see what my community is about, all that other stuff, you can get that by going to the description box below and clicking on more, and it'll tell you everything you need to know about how to cyber stalk me. Yeah. So until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.